how much cost and tax savings will we see from trimming the federal employee rolls? That's what I'm thinking. Hey, before we jump into a discussion of the federal budget and employment, I want to remind everybody, hit the subscribe button, click on that like, and help other people find this information on YouTube. And with that, I want to jump into just this discussion, right? The Department of Government Efficiency has been in the news quite a bit, cutting payrolls, slashing what they think is fat in federal employee workforce. Just recently, I heard that they're cutting or planning to cut 6,000 IRS employees, which that's one that I have, of course, some personal experience with, and we can't get through to the IRS and get help. I mean, talking about like literally 6 and 8 hour wait times, I'm not sure cutting a bunch of employees there is a smart plan as we head into tax season. But looking at the big picture, you know, the idea of saving money and cutting government fat, I'm all about that. There's a lot of places where there's waste, but this idea of the employee, the staffing issue, the workforce driving a lot of cost savings, I'm just not sure I see. If you get the email version of our newsletter with this, a couple of episodes ago, we had a little link to an article that talked about historical government employment payrolls, the workforce. And we'll pull that up here and take a look in this article. It's the red line that's there going back, to 1955, so 70 years of data. And I wish that the scale was a little different so we could focus more on just the federal employees, because those local employees really kind of skew the difference. But going from left to right, obviously that's a pretty flat line. It does go up a little bit, though. Over 70 years, the federal workforce has increased about 30%. And when you think about all the different government programs and things that have come into place over the last 70 years, that is not a lot of growth, right? And if you look back to, about 1985 or so, looks like we actually have less employees on a federal level than we did back, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And so when you take a look at that, it's just really interesting. I hadn't, seen this before. And again, you think, hey, government waste excess, let's, be efficient. I'm all about that. Looking at this number, I just don't see exactly where cutting employees is going to be the big cost savings. And of course, this doesn't tell the whole story, but just looking at it doesn't make sense to me. And so one of the things I like to do in the What I'm Thinking series is just bring up information that you don't hear in other places and a different way of looking at things. So that's why I wanted to share this. And I'm interested in knowing what you think about this. Just looking at the number of government employees, is that going to save money for us? Of course, we'll find out in the coming years, right? But it's really interesting to take a look at this now. So that's what I'm thinking. I always appreciate you watching. Jot a comment in the comments section. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this, and we'll see you next time.